Hey, what is going on, everyone? How is everybody doing? Adjusting some lighting here. Um, good morning, dude. How are you doing? Dr. Doom. Yeah, you know it's not morning for you. Wow. How late is it for you? It's got to be getting pretty late in the evening. Invited homie. Great to see you. Weapon X. How you doing? Nael, I apologize, said your name incorrectly. Ali. Yo, what's up? How are you? Parzival, buddy. What's going on, buds? Invited homie. John, cracking me up. I love Skills Supreme. Definitely going with that. Skills Supreme, the unknown skill champion that I am waiting on for 2021. Zillion, how you doing, dude? I hope you saw my last message. I think you were Kabam Mike's winner, correct? And let's see how they do. I hope they win. I hope they win the whole thing so we can get you a little bit more. Don't tell Chalize that, though. I don't know. Chalize and Brand are really awesome. So we'll see how that goes. I hope everyone wins. That's always hard for me. Joe Mama, how you doing, man? Sonia, great to see you. Mohammed, how are you? So many people. Thank you so much for showing up. So not everyone, I think, was aware of it. It's 20, so that's what's that? That's 8 o'clock. So that's not too late, but it's getting late. I am announcing the winner for. There was a giveaway. There was a giveaway in my last video in the account tour. It is something I'm going to continue to do as we keep reaching each 1,000 plateau. As we get to 10,000, my goal is 10,000 this year, and we're well on our way, thanks to the insane support of a lot of friends I've made over the time, and then, of course, support of folks like yourself. The winner was Marco Roy Goza. I believe, if I might be pronouncing the last name incorrectly, and it's on my computer in the back there. But it's Marco Rogoza. I'm having difficulty getting in contact with him online. I think his line is Marco Poker. And so I'm having a little trouble with that. Hopefully he either sees this or they either see this or they see the YouTube comment and we can get the winner out to everyone. But like I said, I'm going to continue to do that at every 1,000 till we hit 10,000. So we'll continue to have fun with it. Those of you new, we've done the giveaways before and had a lot of fun with it. We did it for Cyber Monday, and then of course this 4 Loki tournament, and then a few subscriber thank you giveaways too. So I see a couple of questions in there. Bee's Knees. I have a 6-star Ghost Rider. Should I use my materials to rank it up to? Yes. Absolutely, yes. I was a huge fan as soon as he came out. I did think he was going to be a little bit niche, but I did quite a few videos testing him and working on him. We even live stream tested him, and he was blowing me away. I'm so glad I took mine to rank 3. And then I've got some insane gameplay coming out for you very soon. I will be honest, it is not mine. I don't rarely show content that is not mine. I have my reasons for it, mainly just to confirm the legitimacy of it, and I've confirmed the legitimacy of this gameplay. I have soloed some war bosses, taken some war fights with him, and he is amazing. Act 7, he's amazing, but this gameplay that I'm hoping to get out this week, it blows my mind. I did not think he was going to be this good, and it is insane. But I am going to do some monthly EQ here. I saw that the items, some deals came out to get some more 6-star shards. I don't think anyone ever hates seeing crystals open, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the Be Right Back screen really quick so I can get those deals, and then we'll open up a couple of other crystals come along the way, and then we will jump into the event quest. So hold on for just a few minutes while I get the 6-star shards. All right, we are back. I'm going to be opening the 6-star featured there. I think the featured's the way to go. I like it so much, and there's so many champions in there who I would love increased sig levels on. If you saw the account tour video, I think rank 4s are going to become a thing, but I hope it's not for a while. I hope it's not for a while. I'm not a big fan of accounts like mine, and obviously much bigger accounts being able to get too far ahead of everyone else. I don't like that. And I think one of the ways that Kabam can make sure that doesn't happen is by keeping rank 4s still a long ways off. That being said, if and when rank 4s become a thing, I could see Apocalypse being the mutant I most want to take up. His sig's not a huge deal, so I'm not going to throw sig stones into it yet, but it is something that I would be interested in doing soon. So unless anyone's just like, dude, please don't open crystals, I don't want to see that. I think what we'll do is we'll pop the 5 stars, see if we can get enough 6 stars. I don't think we're going to be able to do it to get to 2 featured, and then we'll open up the featured and do it. Mega Farts, what am I hoping for? I don't. So honestly, I think I have everything in the. I think I have everything I would really badly want in there. I wouldn't mind awakening Elsa, but I think everything else I already really have. I think I already really have, and I have them awakened. But I'd love sig levels on Apocalypse, Professor X. I would like to get Daredevil's Hell Kitchen. I know that as a community, we're not a huge fan of him, but Fluffy Pig Monster's showing me some things, and I think when they redo these champions, they have something in mind. So I think that that's probably going to be there. Let's see. I have a question. Let's try not to spam, please. Who to rank? Sig 100, Omega, or Hyperion? Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Let's try not to spam. They're both excellent champions. You can't go wrong with either of them. So yeah. All right. Anyways, so those would be the champions I want. Let's go ahead and just kind of open these things up. We have I have a couple of those. Sorry, I know watching someone scroll is not the most fun. I have a couple of these to open. So let's go ahead and do this. And we'll just pop them. We'll pop them so we can kind of get into things. I would love to awaken Immortal Abomination or I would love to awaken Immortal Abomination or Spider-Ham. I already took Spider-Ham to rank 3. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, that's how the crystals usually go. Yeah, everyone's having some fun. But yeah, let's try not to spam. All right, fellas. But I love everyone having a good time. That's what this is about. But the communication between everyone, between myself and you all together, that's really how we do this. Who's better to rank up, 6-star Undupe Sentinel or Hulkbuster? I don't know. I kind of regard them very similarly, to be honest. They do slightly different things. So I think it's really about which one you need. Obviously the heal block with Sentinel can be really helpful, and then the dual immunity, but Hulkbuster can do a ton of things too. I'm also not a huge fan of Sentinel's gameplay, the way he plays. We're going to go ahead and just pop these 5 stars, see if somehow we can get it close to having enough to get to 2 6 stars. I don't think that's going to happen, but there's no harm in trying, right? But the math just doesn't look like it's going to add up. So we'll just go ahead and pop these. Connor, how are you doing? From Ireland. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. So we're just really opening these. For those who aren't used to my channel, we are opening these solely for the 6 stars. So I want to see as many of those as possible. And then, of course, these max signature crystals. And then in those max sig crystals, we're hoping for 6-star fragments there. Looks like we have enough for one more 5-star. And we're going to come up a little bit short on the 6-star. Which it is what it is, right? But you see, the vast majority of these 5 stars are max sig. That's why I didn't even show them in the account tour video. It just, it was getting long as it was. In fact, I had to edit out a lot. I had edited out a lot, and it still was, I think, like 30 minutes long. So let's go ahead and open the max sig. I really thought we were going to get to 2 featured for everyone, but it is what it is. It'll be okay. IR, thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. And I think maybe people are answering your questions. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and open these. We're just hoping for, see, the awakening. I get it. I get a 5-star awakening gem is a really valuable thing. I don't have use for it, and I have so many of them already. So let's go ahead and just open the featured 6. And it is what it is. We're not going to have enough for 2. I thought we were. So that is my fault. But let's do it. Let's do it. Let's open this. I actually would like Daredevil's Hell's Kitchen. Really, the only champion I don't want is Green Goblin. That's the only one that would just be like, that was a total waste of crystals. Everyone else I either really like, or I would like to awaken, or I would like Sig levels on. So let's go. Hey, Clyde, how are you doing, buddy? Thanks so much for showing up. Mega Fart. So yeah, the most desired would be Dragon Man. I did take him to rank 3. So getting his Sig up without having to use Sig Stones would be awesome. Apocalypse. I know his signature Sig ability is not a big deal, but I would consider taking him to rank 4 as my first mutant rank 4. So having him up there for prestige would be nice. So those would be the most desired. And then of course, Cosmic Ghost Rider, who, as I told you, I'm seeing some gameplay and I'm going to try to get out in a video, is blowing me away. He's better than I realized. He's even better than I realized. And I was already about to put him in my top tier for champion rankings, and that'll come out next weekend. So here we go. Let's see the predictions. Predictions, anyone? And let's get this going. Most desired, Apocalypse, Dragon Man, and then of course Ghost. I wouldn't mind Ghost, but most desired would be Apocalypse, Dragon Man, or Cosmic Ghost Rider. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so that's actually not bad. I actually really like Mr. Fantastic, and I think his dupe and his awakened ability is pretty important. So I'm very comfortably happy with that. I intend to take him to rank 2 at some point, and I intend to take him to rank 2 at some point, and so. I thought about the Black ISO market. My crystal is on, I have a little bit of a wait there, another day. But that's a great point, and that means that we're not that far away. So I'll get that open either in a stream coming up soon this week or in a video. We still got a little ways to go, and that's fine. But so just for those who don't know, I have the rest of the Fantastic Four at rank 3, as you see there. So bringing up Mr. Fantastic would be great. I'm also starting to see some really cool gameplay with him and what he can do. And as the game progresses, it feels like his fit in the meta is increasing, let's say. So I'd be pretty cool with that. Yeah, Jad, I agree. He has some great pre-fights. He's a good defender. Yeah, that's why I'm not elated. You don't see me, with the arm pump and the yes and the thank you lucky hat and all of that stuff. So, all right, Mega Farce. Let's get into this. We're going to be Hector. You're new to YouTube. Oh man, you must not be the Hector I know. That's funny. Well, welcome to YouTube. I hope you really like it. It's a pretty fun place. But it's like a lot of other places. Be a little wary of strangers. That's my advice to you, Hector. And I have a feeling you're going to navigate it very well. So let's just jump in. We'll do some event quests. Get this done. Last month I managed to not finish the event quest. That was fun, and I don't like that. I want those 6 stars. Sorry, I just got a very cool notification. I just got a very cool notification that I am extremely excited about. And anyway, so it distracted me. You know what? People dislikes are going to happen. I've gotten used to that. Like I was telling Hector, YouTube's a fun place, but sometimes it just doesn't go your way. You know, if someone could have that, if there's two Hectors with that handsome of a face, this world is just, you know, it just goes to show you the world keeps getting better and better. Jad, I agree. It probably was Dreamin'. He probably wants to stream too or something. So now, you know what? Dreamin's a good dude. From my experience with him, a lot of there's no reason for people to know this. There's no reason for people to know this. He was my first BG leader in the very first serious or competitive war alliance I ever joined. I was beyond terrible at the game. I had no idea what I was doing. And I was able to join this alliance when War Seasons came out. And he was my first BG leader. Now, he was only there for about 2 weeks. And I don't recall if he went straight to 4 Loki. But he was only there for about 2 weeks. But we got to know each other. Good dude. Same personality that you see now or you hear on streams or in his videos. But a good dude. And I'm excited to... We've kind of stayed in touch this whole time. Because this was years ago. This was season 1. This is when the first season of War came out. And we've stayed in touch that whole time, off and on, you know. And so he was actually one of the people who was really helpful into me getting into 4 Loki. I had been, once I got in, Taters and I looked back, Taters and I had been talking for over 2 years via line. We had never been in the same alliance, of course, but it was over 2 years beforehand, before I joined, that I had first approached him about me potentially getting a spot there. Forgot about the rapid metabolism. Oh, well. We'll do this fight, and then we'll get to the chat. For those who are maybe new to my streams, I really enjoy interacting with the chat and answering questions, and I don't mind using items on gameplay, on questing. It's not a big deal for me. I'd prefer to interact and hang out with everybody. KD, yeah, you know, I'm gonna try to, but I have experience with Dream, and here's the thing with him is he is not a hypocrite. He's not a hypocrite, and so that's why I don't mind his kind of like tell it like it is, truth teller style, is because when he messes up, from my experience, he owns it. You know, he's not out there just being a bully. It's just the way he is. I think the way he views things. And so I admire that. I admire someone who's not a hypocrite, right? Like he can take it as well as he gives it. Pars, yeah. And also, I think it's also different when you're actually in the alliance with him. Like, one of the things I actually really enjoy telling people this, and I would have said this even before they did what they did, but like Karate Mike and Legacy, of course I was fans of their channel before I joined 4 Loki. For both of them, I'd been fans for a very long time. And one of the things I always wondered was, like, are they actually really this good of a dude? Or is this just kind of like what they do on YouTube? And from day one of me being in that alliance, they both were answering questions. They were very supportive. For those who don't know, I kind of went through some personal things last war season. Both of them at some point reached out, gave me some fight tips. Like, they're just good dudes. And so I think because of that, I use that as an example of, I've gotten to know Dreamin' in a way that I think is impossible to know. Like, you just see him kind of seemingly being mean to other streamers, but he's not. It's like, it's just who he is. He's very supportive in line chats and in war season things. Clyde, do you think Sunspot is good or only for prestige? I think his best asset is prestige, but I do think he's good. And we're seeing him. He was extremely helpful in Act 6 because of his perfect block. That was a big deal. Remember, attack values were so high. And then it seems like there's some lanes in Act 7 that he's excellent for. So One of the things I do like to remind people, though, is because, planning prestige takes a very long time. It takes a very long time. It took me like almost a year to get to where I am. Is that when rank fours become a thing, Sunspot's going to drop considerably in the prestige rankings. For whatever reason, him at rank 3, if you check the 5-star prestige, it's the same thing. He jumps very high at rank 3 and then he falls back down. Doesn't fall down to like the bottom or something, but he falls down from his perch where he's at now. So, Man Falcon, Dreamin' comes across harsh, but if you need help, Dreamin' will help you. Yep, that is a great way to put it. PP, how you doing, buddy? Thanks so much for stopping by. Chicken, yeah, that would have been another way to put it. I do think he's a little bit overrated for folks. Like I do my champion rankings, which I really take in a lot of information from the group to put out. So it is influenced by me, of course, but I'm really trying to reflect what I've learned from the community. And a lot of folks get upset that he's not in the top tier for me. And I just don't think he deserves to be there. But in my second tier is a great place. Patel, yes, I think it was Seaton who'd smashed some content with Sunspot. So there you go. That's exactly what we're talking about there. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I didn't see who said it, but I want to talk while I do this about Seaton overhyping Sunspot. He might. I honestly don't know, and I will tell you this: that before I started the YouTube channel, I used to think those sorts of things too. But now that I have one, I've realized something that kind of very easily happens is you have a champion you enjoy using, and I had champions like that before I had a channel, of course, too. And so then what you do is you often find uses for them. And so you're not intentionally trying to overhype a champion. It's just you really like them and you really think they are good. And so you use them a lot. An example for that for me would be an example of that for me would be Guardian. I really enjoy Guardian. I love doing I love using him for lots of content. Every off season, I end up taking all these fights with him. I think he's a top shelf champion, but I think that's partly because I just enjoy using him. I put my 6 stones into him. So I'm looking for ways to use him, and so I think as a result, it's understandable because I do get these comments where people are like, dude, Guardian's not as good as you think he is. And I can't say they're wrong. But I'm also not trying to like trick anyone, or I'm not trying to overhype a champion. It's just, this is how it worked out. I hope that made sense. So in my sense, I don't know Seaton. I think Seaton probably just really likes Sunspot. And as a result, he uses him. Yeah, this looks fine. And so as a result, he uses him a lot. And so it seems like he's hyping him up. But it's probably more just he really enjoys the champion. Also, I think there's something, at least I know I find myself doing this, where when there's, especially like a prestige champion, like if I could find uses for Rag Thor, I would make videos on that all day. Because I really think the people who rank Rag Thor for prestige are just great team players. They're great assets to their alliance. And so I would love to help them find content where they could use that champion, aside from him just being basically a trophy champion, like you can say, well, I did this for my alliance. My buddy and alliance mate Delithius did a nice video on Squirrel Girl being awesome for the skill chapter, and he could not be more right. I like Squirrel Girl already. I don't think she's a top shelf champion. I don't even think she's necessarily super premium, to be honest, which is my second level down. But she is good, and she's excellent for this chapter. Farambe, Surfer's underrated. I think he is, but as bigger and bigger YouTubers start to do some stuff on him, like KT1 did a really good video on him, and he did it pretty funny, where he's like, look, I gotta admit, Surfer's not terrible, and Surfer's not terrible. Surfer's not terrible, and he's someone who I do get requests for to make videos on him, and that I think that's actually a better example than Rag Thor. Dude, Rob, so glad you could make it, dude. We were just talking, I think it was on the YouTube comments, about how your schedule and mine don't always line up. So thank you so much for making it, buddy. I really appreciate it. Jad, Seaton's gameplay videos are good, and how he finds good matchups for the champ, and you make some people rank those champs with some not 100% realistic gameplay of them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I again, I can't tell you you're wrong, and I admire your take. And I just don't know. I just don't know. But my sense is that Seaton is doing his best to get information out there. So, wait, someone finds Sentinel fun? Who finds Sentinel fun? John, you like playing Sentinel. That's interesting. But yes, that's exactly what you're saying. Is we tend to overhype these champions. I think who is a great example of that is Elsa Bloodstone. So many people, like, she has a intense following. Like, do not say something negative about Elsa Bloodstone unless you are ready to incur the wrath of a group of people who feel very strongly. I think she's good. And that's where I would leave it. That's where I would leave it. She's good. She's a good quality champion. I also think she's suffering from our feedback as a community. I think she was on her way to being an incredibly valuable champion. The way the game was going, being more and more niche, attack values increasing. And so you needed to have ways to find openings, right? It's part of what makes Ghost so good. And then we gave them all the feedback. We did not like the attack values. We did not like being forced to bring very specific counters to content, or if we wanted to have more options. And as a result, I think her potential value decreased a bit. Now, of course, I could never, ever prove this theory unless Kabam just wants to tell me something that they have no business telling me. But that's my sense with her. And so I think as a result, she is going to be left as a very good champion, but not an amazing champion. My best example for that is the current lane 5 in War. When it came out, the protection, I believe, was significantly stronger. And Elsa looked like she was going to be just by far the best option for so many of those potential fights. But then they nerfed the node considerably, and now you can take those fights with like a Doom or a Magic, and now you have a Doom or a Magic for the rest of the War map, which is really important. Oh, that's always fun. That's one of the coolest parts about playing Spider-Ham. For those of you who don't have Spider-Ham, is how your opponent will just drop dead out of what feels like out of nowhere. Let's see. Can rank 5 R4 Ghost do variant 3 Ragman? Looks like that question was answered. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Thank you, dude. I always love when I look up and the chat is answering questions in a very kind and respectful ways. Hey Vega, is rank 5 Omega Red worth the rank 4 not duped? I would say no. Unless there's something that he does that you just really need him for in your account, or and I'm having trouble figuring out what that would be, I would say no. The dupe and the SIG is pretty important. And hold on to those resources, right? Those are valuable resources. Who won that money? I'm not going to remember his name. I did comment on his comment in the YouTube channel, in the YouTube video. His line ID is not working for me, but he is the winner. I'm going to give him at least a day or till the end of gifting to try to get in touch with me and have he and I figure it out. I think his line ID was like Marco Poker, I believe. And if he and I can't get in contact, I'll figure something out. And then remember, I'm going to do this giveaways for every 1,000 plateau we hit. We just happen to hit a lot of 1,000 plateaus in an extremely short period of time. So we'll keep doing those and having fun with it. Rob, I've got a Tech Awakening gem and got my 5-star Ghost awakened. Got her to 6. Dude, congratulations. today was a good day for you. Was there any like new or challenging content you were able to take her through, or are you just like in awe of having your ghost like that? She's so much fun. She's been around long enough where I think it's easy to forget that there is a skill set that's required to play her. But once you get her going, she is a delight, an absolute delight. I always hate when I somehow lose my combo with Squirrel Girl. What are you gonna do? So I'll go ahead and tell you all, the notification I got that I'm so excited about is I won my first war card with 4 Loki. I had a sense that it might be coming on as I continue to start getting more fights. And this war, I finally got one. So for those of you who aren't familiar with it, you know, they give out cards for season-long performance. Like I got the Giant Killer card last season. I won the Shinobi card the season before, and that was for your solo rate. You had to have a high enough solo rate, meaning fights taken and that sort of thing. But I had not won a card yet for having one of the top 3 performances in a single war. And I was able to do that in this war. I took 7 fights. Oh, he's still unblockable. I took 7 fights and was able to solo all of them. So that just felt really good. That was fun. Man, it felt like he was unblockable for a lot more than he was. But I was able to solo 7 of them. A couple mini bosses. Dragon Man came to war, which was really fun. And a Magic versus Mojo. The toughest one, though, the one that was really exciting, was Magic versus Mixmaster Apocalypse. That fight got me going. I was really pumped up for that. Most of my champions that I take to war are rank 3 6 stars. So the fights tend to be over pretty fast. They tend to be over pretty fast. And so I come in with my Magic, who of course can lock a champion down power-wise. So that's why she's so awesome still. But that fight felt like it took forever. I think it was like a 3-minute fight. Mixmaster having to remember not to do 5-hit combos. And then what was really tricky is there's multiple moments in a fight like that where I find myself wanting to hit into their block to entice them to throw a special or even just to come out of the block. And so I had to kind of work with that. There were some muscle memory things to work against. Ranking up Apocalypse for Mixmaster Node is a viable option. Yes, I've seen I think Karate Mike took Korg on Mixmaster with his Apocalypse. So most definitely, Apocalypse is awesome. There's a lot in there. You got to really kind of start to think his kit through. But Apocalypse is awesome. We can take a lot of fun, a lot of difficult fights. Brandon, I had an amazing fight with Dragonman Variant 5 Quest 2 in the Far Left Lane. Oh, I'll check that out. That's a great idea. Variant 5. Yeah, I could see him being absolutely great for it. He's a brawler. I love him. John, Vega, not in high tier war, but Falcon has been putting in work in Alliance War. I bring him with Cap to deal with the steady build-up unblockable and also Mixmaster. Yep, I could see that for sure. I could see that for sure. And those are great champions. That's awesome. Man Falcon, I have champs for every person. Me, I love power control champs. Yep. Man Falcon, how do you feel about Pun 99? Have you gotten to play with him much since his buff? I actually really like him. If you play him a certain way, there's a synergy that helps. I think it might be with Cap Infinity War. You can take down a Magic, and I think she never even gets to a bar of power, if I remember correctly. I was going to put a video out on it, and I was working on it with KT1, and then just as happens a lot in this game, something else that seemed more exciting came up. Let's see. Punisher 99 is super underrated. Very powerful, incredible power control. Tom, yeah, I agree with you. Man Falcon, I don't have the 5-star. Oh, got to pay attention to the game. So how good he is. Yeah, no worries, buddy. I was just hoping maybe you did. I think you might like him because of the power control you were talking about there. Tom, I pulled him to my first 4-star on my mini account, and he's carried me through Act 5. Punisher, really? That's very cool to know and to hear. Yeah, I think he's really good. It's just one of those, Tech, as much as Tech gets a little bit of grief for maybe not being the most overpowered, there are a lot of good champions in there. All right. What about 5-star not duped Havoc or Namor to rank 4? Is your Namor duped? Is your Namor duped in High Sig? Because that, he is a good champion. There's an example of a champion I don't personally love using, but who's obviously a quality champion. The Sig, I think, is really important for increasing his versatility and not just being a really high damage champion. Oh, that's what happens when you look up, try to read chat while playing. And you ever notice, it seems like Brian Grant does that all the time. That is a skill set that I do not have. Not yet, anyway. Trying to read chat just because this fight's taking a while. Z, did I see you in here, buddy? Let's see if these bleeds can do a bit more. Nope. But, oh wow, that was really good. Vega, will you be opening new featured 5-star pool, or did you get them already? I already have them. And I opened a lot of champions just now in hopes of trying to get the 6-star featured for at the start of the stream. So 5 stars, they're great. I think they're still very relevant in the game. But they're just not something I am that excited about unless it's a champion I don't have, kind of like you're saying. Like when Jubilee comes out, I will be very excited to get her as a 5-star if that happens. Mega Farts, you think P99 is not good? I'll try playing with him a little bit more. I think he's a very usable champion. I think he's a very usable champion. You could take tough fights with him. I do think there are better in the tech class. Oh man, I think I missed Z. So not to spoil it, but we did lose. Super Andromeda Strain, they played really well. They played extremely well. And I thought I saw Z in the chat. And maybe he already had to go. Which I will feel very badly about. Z, buddy, if I missed you, dude, I apologize. Patel, thank you so much for that. I don't know how much that translates into dollars, but I really appreciate it a lot. Let me go ahead and adjust this. Let's see here. Stevian Upright Champion is not correct. Take an example of Sweeta killing almost all contact with Kamala. Yeah, I had to read through your thing because I was worried you were going to say something negative about Seaton, and I don't know Seaton, but he seems like a good dude, and the people I know who know Seaton seem to hold him in very high regard. I think you're right. I think that's a great example of it, right? Like, although Kamala is not a bad champion, I don't think she would be nearly as good in like my hands as she is in Swedish. In fact, I can say that with 100% confidence that if I played Kamala in high tier war, I would not be able to do nearly the things that Sweden can do. So I think that is a really great job of putting it all into context for all of us. Thank you, and thank you for the super chat, of course. Chad Vega, first time catching your live stream, just resubscribed and joined playing back through some of your cool. Thank you so much. And as is not surprising, there's a lot of new type subscribers. Thanks so much for sticking with us. Oh, $1.36. Thank you so much for letting me know. For new people, first of all, welcome. Thank you so much. I am really fortunate that I have played this game for such a long time. I've made a lot of friends, and they told me, they're like, look, if you start a YouTube channel, because they knew I wanted to, and they're like, and you stick with it and your content's actually pretty good, we will help you and support you. And the help and support I have received has been incredible. And so thank you so much for coming along. I appreciate it. I'm very fortunate to have friends who are not only kind, but have very big channels themselves. And so they've helped bring a lot of eyes to it. And the thing I would recommend is I try to catalog all of my videos, at least the vast majority of them. Go through and take a look on them. I think there's a really good series on Archangel, Guardian, Sorcerer Supreme, and more. So it's a good way to kind of get a sense of what I enjoy doing. And then the crystal opening videos are all there too. So yeah. Both Namor and Havoc fights are not duped, which is where in that scenario I'd probably say Havoc. It's all good. It's all good. All right, let's move on. Let's do a little gameplay. I think that's a good. Let's do some exhilarating Magneto gameplay. Everyone loves watching Magneto gameplay, right? That was the thing when he came out. I was so excited for him. He really has helped reshape war maps. It's incredible. It's so fun to use him. I also happen to know that watching war videos with him in it are really boring. So rarely do I actually get to push Yellow Jacket to an SP2. That felt kind of fun. Usually it's all about baiting that SP1 of his. There it is. It's like a cool celebratory moment when you actually get to push him to the SP2 and evade it. John, in reference to your guides, your Professor X videos are my favorite out there. Thank you so much, dude. I cannot believe I forgot about Professor X. Poor guy. I think just because I took Apocalypse to rank 3 first. Professor X is in the back of my brain and not where he deserves to be. And dude, you know what? I think his channel's name is Barrow Man, Bero Man. A smaller channel has been putting out some awesome Professor X in Abyss of Legends content. It is really cool. I would suggest checking it out. If you're a Professor X fan and you're looking to see him do some pretty incredible fights, it is well worth it. And I would like to see, I wish we, the way my alliance does things, right? They were a very serious war alliance. And I see why they do the things they do. But because conservative is not the right way to put it, but just kind of the way they do it, very safe, I think. And I think that's smart in high tier war, where one death can make such a huge difference. I think as a result, we're not getting to see Xavier used as much as I think he possibly could be. And I think the reason is because he might be like the second best option for a fight or something like that. And so, when B Manny or Tater says, here are the matchups, you kind of don't argue with them because they know what they're talking about. All right, let's just end this with the SP2. Sorry, I did not look for you guys' answers. Just been busy and waiting for your answer. Sorry. Dude, no worries. Thank you. That's kind of you to put the sorry. It's just, I think like intentional spam becomes a bit much, or when people are just, fed up or things like that. Ariel, why Havoc? Because the two options listed were Havoc and Namor, and I just don't think there's much to Namor without the dupe and the high sig. Yeah, basically what Drago just said. So it's not so, and I do like Havoc. I think Havoc's good. I can't off the top of my head. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. What his awakened ability does. I do recall thinking it's a nice awakened ability. So let's check that out. But I don't remember thinking that it makes or break the champion. Yeah, I don't think that makes or breaks him. I mean, it's nice. It's nice, and I could see that really helping get his damage going a bit more. But I don't think that's going to make or break him. And he's great. And if you have any, I'm not a Havoc expert. I definitely wouldn't claim to be. But if you have any questions about Havoc or the things he can do, or you're interested in seeing that, go check out Sweetest channel, man. Some of his war videos and things like that. Basically, what Tom is saying. Tom Jarvis is putting it very well. All right, I'm just going to continue on with the event quest. I need to get this done. Yeah, and what Tom's saying about Namor too, I completely agree with it. So that's why I was thinking the same thing. All right, so this is Cosmic, buffed up. Is there anything special about the boss here for this? It's an Emma. Doesn't really look like it. I think I'm running partial suicides right now for those magic fights. So I have bleed on, but not poison. But I don't think that's going to be a big deal. Buffed up. So we'll bring in Captain Marvel and Hyperion. And I would love to bring in Cosmic Ghost Rider, but I just don't think that's going to be that fun to watch. Drago, 40 minutes from now? Yeah, I'll be closing up probably right around then. Thanks so much for stopping by, dude. I had kind of a weird day myself. I already had a doctor's appointment today at 8:30 in the morning. Who does that? Who has doctor's appointments at 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday? Vega, what are your thoughts on Vision Arcus? Continue having him for my next Cosmic Arc 3. I like him. He's a great example of why I enjoy doing the champion rankings videos. And I apologize. I'm not going to remember the name anymore. But I think it was St. Irwin, actually, and another other person. I might be saying the names wrong. Anyways, they were like, dude, you're off on Vision Arcus. You really need to test him, play him more. And I did. I did a couple just real initial questing. I kind of took him through some event quests like this on a weekend, and he was much better than I thought. So I think if that fits your roster and he will help you through content, then, dude, rank 3 him too. I think he is worthy. I think I know rank 3s are still so rare, so we want to make sure that they're worth it. But I think if that fits, you enjoy the champion, and he can help you out, then yeah, I think he's very worthy of it. John, you're tearing up variant 2 with Quake. Nice. Or anyone else. Tom, I don't understand or anyone else. If that's directed towards me, let me know the context for that question. Wet Noodle, I know. You know what I found is I enjoy interacting so much on the streams that I've tried Cosmic Ghost Rider on buffed up, and sometimes it just gets a little wonky, and I'm playing so distracted that it's just not a good idea. Is what it comes down to. Unless you guys want to see a lot of bad Cosmic Ghost Rider gameplay. So it'll take us a minute to get her ramped up. But then once we get her ramped up, the sparks should fly. Seems like I'm late today on a lot. I'm glad I wasn't late in war. All right, let's get him to throw his special. No stun? Maybe I should check the note over. Does anyone know why he wasn't stunned? Should have thrown another heavy there at the end there to keep the charges up, but oh well. Oh, John, yeah. That's why we had to just wait to get her ramped up a little bit. I know that probably wasn't the most exciting to watch in the beginning. And I was trying to remember if I was running full suicides or just partial. I think I'm only running partial, as I remembered, because I was taking some fights with magic. And her damage obviously benefits so much from the suicides. But if you have the full with the poison, it can really nerf the healing that might be needed from Limbo. And the fight I was taking, I was going to intentionally start the fight. I was intentionally starting the fight by getting hit. Let's see how this goes. This might be interesting. Yeah, her heavy's not going to come in anywhere close enough on that. Let's see here. I got to run. All right, cool. Thanks, John. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Tom, White Mags? Dude, I really like White Magneto. And yeah, Kingslayer put out some great stuff. He's got that buddy with the rank 3. Trying to talk and play is not easy all the time. White Magneto is a solid option, more useful as an actual tank than you think. Completely agree. His synergies are great. And those pre-fights, you know, he gets so much use for the pre-fights in war for us right now. But he's a lot more than that. All right. Captain Marvel movie with Nick Fury is greater than hype, though. I agree. I didn't really look at the lane very well. If I had looked at it, I probably would have taken in a different set of champions. But it is what it is. It's not a big deal. I'm not sure who I would have taken in. But I think I just need to be close to, so I don't have to worry about this version of Mighty Charge. Which, by the way, for those who don't know, this version of Mighty Charge, Apocalypse gets around it completely. He is awesome. Thought for sure I had landed a reparry, which I had not. That's the only downside I'd say to reparry, is that you really got to make sure you land it. Vega, what's your favorite band? So right now I am really enjoying, I don't know if it's technically a band or not, but his name is Nathaniel Ratliff. Nathaniel Ratliff, and he is awesome. It's not going to be everyone's type of music, but I have been enjoying the heck out of it. And he even did some Christmas songs, and I enjoyed his version of it. They're fantastic. Mega Farts, yeah. So like I said, if I had really thought this through, this lane better, I would have brought Deadpool too for the heal, because I'm running the wrong suicides for most of these champions, being that they are poison immune and not bleed immune, but I'm running the bleed and I'm not running the heal from that synergy. So I definitely didn't do this well. But I also don't want to stop the stream so that I can back out and bring better champions or redo my masteries. And then I will be, I'll be having to place defense here pretty soon too, I would think. So I just, not that the units are that big of a deal. I just don't think it's fun I don't even enjoy resetting my masteries. So I can't imagine it'd be very fun to watch me reset my masteries. Although throwing specials over and over when you have recoil on is not a great idea. Shubham, I apologize if I mispronounced your name. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Crouton Lad, yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's really fun. I like that kind of music though, and so I think that makes me more apt to liking it. Rob, Six Star Venom is my new fave champion. No any champion is ruthless, dude. You know what's really interesting for me is I feel like he's getting better somehow. Like not him so much, is just I feel like the meta is changing, and like in Act 7, then of course the latest variant, and then in the Celebrity Challenge, I really enjoyed using Venom in there. And so I feel like it's not to the same extent, of course, as Archangel, but I feel like this is maybe a champion who is becoming more valuable again as time goes on. I agree with you. Adrian, hey, Vega, would you hunt for Hyperion if he came out as a 6-star? Yeah, I would. I most definitely would. That's someone that would get me that would test my patience on my plans for Hercules, because I really want to get Hercules. I have the 6-star awakening gem. I'm going to save up the 6 stones, and I'm going to save the tier 5 CC for him. But if he came out, I might have to throw those plans out the window in a heartbeat. Pablo, dude, you're right. If I do another quest, which I'm sure I will have a chance to do, we will go with Angela. That is a great call. Thank you. Man Falcon, the meta so accommodating for them. Yep, I completely agree. And yeah, I fear that 6-star Venom will not, or 6-star Hyperion won't be for a while. And I have the same concerns / thoughts about Magic. I understand that maybe people aren't questing with Magic as much, but if you're in war, she is still being used. Like I said, I think I took 3 fights with her this war, and they were by far my hardest fights on the map. Was a Mojo on Mini Boss Island with the increased power gain. And that's the one where I let myself get hit on purpose. It'd be kind of tough to explain while I'm playing, but basically I let myself get hit on purpose so I could increase my power. Fortunately, I started in Limbo because of the SP1 start, so I healed back up, but I was going to do it even if I hadn't started the fight in Limbo. And then the Mixed Master Apocalypse was, it took a long time. And I think that's why we won't see the 6-star. I think them just being able to shut stuff down and then having the damage of a rank 3, I think might be unbalanced. But maybe when I don't know. I would love to see it though. Rob, one of your alliance has a dude. He is a beast. I love using my apocalypse. Or I'm sorry, I love using my apocalypse, but I love using my archangel every chance I get in war. I didn't get to bring him this war, and I think that's just because of the fights that were needed to be taken. They gave me some kind of tough fights in the beginning, and that were really magic fights for sure. And then I got a nice little break in section 2. I took the chitinous node and another one, but it allowed me to bring Dragon Man, my latest rank 3. So I was excited about that. And then I needed magic for the mini boss island fight. Although we could have used an archangel, but then the leaders, they spend so much time on this stuff, like coming up with the plans and who's going to take which fight and what's like. It's amazing to me, and they do it pretty darn fast. I did war planning for an alliance for a few months, and it is a pain in the butt. Let me tell you, it is a pain in the butt, and I definitely didn't go nearly in depth or as detailed as B Manny and Clowniest Clown do for my allowance. No, mega farts, do not say that about Odin. I'm seeing the theory videos put out by Karate Mike and Legacy. Oh no, Odin has to be good. Odin has to be good. But I do have the concern that you are voicing. I do have that concern. Vega, you should wait to throw your cosmic verses on someone till Odin is released. Oh, so that's how the Odin came out. Yeah, I mean, that'd be fun, right? So, I mean, if we get that power, if we get this powerful cosmic, I will say Cosmic Ghost Rider is better than even I realized. And I don't want to make it sound like I know everything. I don't. I tested this guy a lot. I've used him in Act 7. I've used him in Tier 1 Master Alliance War. And I'm seeing gameplay. It's been sent my way. The person asked me if I would show it. And I have verified it's them actually playing it. I need to verify stuff. I'm learning. And I cannot wait to show it to you. I am so pumped up to show it to you. So I think he might be our... I use the term top shelf. A lot of the YouTubers use the term beyond God tier. I think he might be that champion. So we'll see. Although Cosmic needs work. We need some more of these awesome champions. Okay. I'm not really sure how this fight's going to work out. This feels weird. I fought an Emma. That was who I fought. That was the other. I should definitely armor break her before I do that. I fought an Emma in this war with Dragon Man, and it felt so weird to fight her with a champion that does not armor break. I'm just so used to bringing in an armor break champion for her. Now we got to let this power sting wear off. See if we can push her to a bar power. And then now at least we'll be able to throw one more SB2. I don't think it'll be very interesting to watch me play about. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can do this. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Yeah, there we go. I've often thought that in war, placing an unawakened Emma would be the way to go. Because I think we're all so used to playing her with the reverse controls, although I goofed it up there, of course, that I wonder how bad it would mess people up if they did not play her with reverse controls. Like, I think that would be a fun thing for Kabam to do, is make a bit of content where she does not have the inverted controls. Okay, I gotta let the power sting wear off. Yeah, Tom, thanks for answering that. Yeah, this node isn't buffed up. Z, there you are, dude. Did you stop by earlier? I apologize. I meant to say hi and then I got sidetracked. And you know me, I tend to feel badly about that stuff. Do you guys have a suggestion who we should bring in for this next round, just to speed it up a little bit? Just to speed it up a little bit. I'm not going to be able to charge up Corvus, unfortunately. Captain Marvel movie probably could do this a little quicker, right? But then with the Power Sting... Let's see if Venom can end it. Yeah, there he goes. There's Venom coming through. See, you were here. Thanks for understanding, buddy. I think, thank you. I appreciate it. You know me, and you know I am. Dude, the blue hat looks good. I really like it. I like the dark blue. I mean, I like them all, but I really like the dark blue. Captain America Infinity War plus Cosmic. Yeah, there we go. We'll throw Cap Infinity War on the team. Thanks, John. Good call. Z, I was going to hop on the call, but a friend called me. Oh, dude, no worries. I always appreciate when you hop on the call, drop some knowledge. That's right. Yeah. Work tomorrow. All right, buddy. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. And have a great night. I hope your year's off to a fantastic start. Man Falcon, it's funny how some of us struggle with special chaos inversion magic, but all can handle Emma. Yeah, it's muscle memory, dude. It is muscle memory. You know what's always tough for me is I'm glad you like the Dark Cat, Z. Is when I take a reverse control fight, there's a the magic in Act 6. There's that reverse control fight there. It's the quest that ends with the Do You Bleed Medusa. And I like to take that fight with Guardian just to kind of show how great his energy resistance is. And after I do that fight, he's obviously not immune to reverse controls. After I do that fight, I have to take a minute or two to then go back to playing normal. I've noticed if I don't take a minute or two, it's like I'm unsure on how I'm supposed to, I think it's Loki that's the next champion. And all of a sudden I'm unsure on how I'm supposed to evade Loki specials, which really is not that big of a deal. I'm tempted to do the Cap Infinity War, but I think it'd be fun to see. It'd be fun to see Cosmic Ghost Rider, and I had wanted to bring in the Deadpool synergy. I don't mind using items, but it's not like I love it. I'm not going out of my way to use revives and heals. All right. Oh, Chad, you know what? That's a great point. That's a really good point. Addie, thanks for the CGR recommendation. Let's see what happens. Let's find out. I'm enjoying the chatting. Maybe I should at least confirm what the nodes are first, though. So, like, this is an example of where Apocalypse, like, I don't remember this Hard Knock Life node existing before, but that's an example where Apocalypse is great. He just goes immune to this stuff. All right, we'll do this. This will be more fun. I found the AI plays differently on champs like Magic compared to Emma, since Emma is a lot more trigger happy now. When at distance, yeah, I agree. I agree. It's in fact, it's really weird for me when Emma doesn't have that aggressive AI, or at least the trigger happy AI. Like that's actually what often trips me up with her. If I get tripped up, is I'm like so ready for her to throw the SP1. I try to bait it. If she doesn't throw it, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll work you to your SP2, and then of course, then she throws it. Right? It's just how that works. Yeah, let's have fun with Cosmic Ghost Rider. Let's see how this goes. I see that question about the unduped Cosmic Ghost Rider and Captain Marvel, but I didn't get to see all of it. I will get to it. So probably should have gone to the Fury because this is buffed up. And we will try to correct that error. All right. It looks like the chat's getting to the question, though, and I have a feeling that's what I would have said. I really like it. All right, now we should see the sparks fly. There we go. That was the fun part. Would you take unduped 6-star Colossus or Captain Marvel up to rank 3 to be? So that's become a really popular question. And I know it's tough, dude, because the deals for Thronebreakers have been so awesome, and there's that daily crystal. My question is I think I would try to look at it from this standpoint is, will you be really happy with either of those champions at rank 3? I think they're both rank 3 worthy. I like the dupe ability on both of them. That's the only hesitation I have at all. But if you're going to be really happy with them, if they're going to help you with content, and after you're, 2 or 3 days later, you're still really excited about it, yeah, dude, they're both great champions. So that would be the only part I would add on. And I agree with Tom. If you like a champ, want to rank for it, go for it. At the end of the day, this is definitely just a game. A game we take very seriously. So I am sorry I added the just a game part. We take this game very seriously. Which one would you go for? I will get a selector, but still don't know which one. Do you have an awakening jump for either of them? I'd say maybe Colossus. I think he would potentially solve more problems in general, if that's what your account could use. Yeah. Oh, and I see the comments are about CGR. Yeah, dude, when CGR is played well, it is just insane what he builds up to. It's just crazy. What are we dealing with here? Here, let's play him again. This is always fun, right? This is the, no one really knows how to play Daredevil yet. When in doubt, you can always try to intercept. I know that I'm trying to bait his SP1. He has a right cross. Yeah, and I didn't wait for it. I want to get this down because I know I'm going to start seeing him in war. And Apocalypse is great for him. Because of Apocalypse shutting down shrugs and things like that. Dude, Megafarts, I think you might be right. Although Fluffy Pig Monster has shown me some pretty cool stuff he can do offensively. It seems like you do need to have him at a high sig, which is, not the most fun. I really just did that to get the buff. Let's see if that was worthwhile. I was hoping to obviously intercept him with it, but Got a little bit of a pickle here. Hopefully the SP1 just ends it for us. All right, that was fun. Tom Jarvis, MC has shown how good Colossus is unduped, and Captain Marvel has the same damage output. Could go just personal preference. Yeah, I really think that's the way to go. Personal preference. Yeah. I've been hunting Nick for ages and I still don't have him. I'm sorry, man. I'm in the same boat, at least with the 6-star. Every time there's a class selector, I've been going skill, including the Abyss, that like extra crystal some of us got. I just can't get the guy. I've actually kind of given up on it. I'm moving on, and it is what it is. Mega parts, yeah, I think that's what happened. Even though I know his SP1, I actually just kind of got bored waiting for it. I don't know. I just can't believe that they would do that. I mean, the guy was a pretty hyped buff too. Why would they not make him good? So I feel like there's going to be uses. We just don't know it yet. And similar to Falcon, you know, Falcon with being able to shut down the those nodes, I'm not sure we're valuing that enough yet. And then even look at like a champion like She-Hulk. I think it takes us a while. They were memes for so long that I think it takes us a while to kind of catch on that they are no longer memes. Had to wait that out. I think we got time for that second heavy. Was a little worried about that happening. So I was actually surprised there. I would like to claim that I did that intentionally. I did not think Captain Marvel movies Indestructible worked for an SP3. And of course, Vision doesn't want to throw his specials. And two, I can't remember your name at the moment. I'm sorry. Captain Marvel can actually do better damage than this. I do not have poison suicide on. I was running partial suicide for magic in war earlier. So her damage is not as impressive as it should be. It doesn't look as good as it should be. I think that was Crazy G. I think that was you asking. I apologize if it wasn't. John, yeah, I knew. I was hoping I'd get your attention there with the Falcon. I think he's still suffering from him being not good for so long. Oh, speaking of Falcon. All right. I think it would make Falcon overpowered, but him not having any shrug, like it just feels like that's what goes in the skill class. But I think that's why we're not seeing the overpowered skills. I think it's just the way their class is developed with Fury and Aegon. They both have so much in there that the other skills have pieces of, that when they put all of it into one champion, it's just this insane champion. And so I think that's also why, like, I look at my own rankings, I have some champions in the top shelf, and then I think there's only one, maybe two in the super premium, and then the rest are just in the premium. They're good champions. It's just they just don't have all of the rest of things in their kit that the others do. Adrian, do you recommend ranking my 6-star? Do you recommend rank 2? Oh, I read it wrong. My 6-star torch, or should I wait for a 5-star and awaken him? No. I would go torch. I would go torch. If you're gonna have a use for him, you do the 6-star. He is a great great 6-star. His awakened ability, there might be a time where you really wish he was awakened. In fact, someone on the Discord server ran into this. They the game like kicked them out while they were doing Abyss of Legends Mephisto, and having the pre-fight's really important there. But I did Abyss of Legends. My Human Torch was not awakened, and he was a horse in it. So I think if you don't have the five, especially not having the 5-star, I think he is well worth it to be your first rank 2. Megaforce has another take on it though, and I can't say he's wrong. I think it's just another way of framing of analyzing the question. So yeah. Tom, you saw in the Discord, yeah, but did you see he did get lucky that because his was awakened, it kicked back in. I think that was it Michael? I think it happened to Michael. Yeah, I think it was Michael. I'm glad that his pre-fight kicked back in for him, though. I haven't fought Agent Venom. I used to fight him all the time on Diss Track in AQ, but since I switched alliances, I'm on a different path. And I can't remember if it's his SP1 or his SP2 that I want. It's his SP2. Oh well. All right, let's get those Furies going, see if we can just end this fight. Look at Venom go. Oh, Venom. If I had all the cosmic tier 5 CC like I do in science, I would take Venom up. Venom would be up at rank 3 for sure. I think he's so worth it. He is so worthwhile as a rank 3 option. Yep, too aggressive. They sure gave them some patient AIs in this chapter. At least that's how it feels with the specials. I have a question actually for a lot of you. If you're for those who are listening, is I'm going to be going back to full-time work and things here on Monday, and so my ability to stream will get limited a little bit again. I really enjoy this, as we've talked about at length. I have a window, a lot of days where I could stream, but it'll only be for about an hour. Is an hour stream, is that worthwhile? Is that something that's like, hey, that's cool, you're on, I'll catch it when I can, drop by, ask some questions? Or is there a thing where it's like, dude, if you can't stream for 2 hours or 3 hours, it's just not worth doing? I think I'm probably going to do the 1 hour thing, because I think it's something I could probably set up and do it regularly. So it's something that we can know is going to happen. I really appreciate that so many of you just show up and like it's on a random schedule and things like that. But an hour is totally fine. Okay, cool. And Mega Farts, I think you're saying yes to probably my question. I think it'd be fun. It'd be a good way to like move through content, ask questions, answer questions, kind of like figure stuff out together. And then when I have time to do the 2 or 3 hours one, I will. Anything less than an hour is yeah, that's kind of how I feel, right? Because like people drop by and I realize like some people just join and leave. Like I get it. That's fine. There's no harm, no foul there. But I was just kind of curious. I was curious to get your takes on it. Thank you. And I remember there was a reason why I was bringing in Cosmic Ghost Rider, and I've already forgot what it was. Oh, this has Matador. Yeah, he's not going to be very good for this fight. Plus, especially if I'm playing that well, that poorly. Okay, all right, cool. This is good to know. I really appreciate you. Yeah, yeah. And you know what I was thinking is I could write in the title, like, you know, the stream's going for an hour, or like write an hour stream so people know, like, it's, you know, it's about to end soon or whatever. I feel like that could probably be happy. You know, I was supposed to bring in Angela, and I completely forgot to bring in Angela. All right. I'd like to armor break her. Yeah, and then it's also like, you know, I'm aware of things. A lot of the really big channels are streaming a lot these days. At least it feels like they are. And so you know, I get it. Like I could often stream at the time that Brian Grant does. I don't think anyone would come watch. So it feels like that's probably a better time spent making videos. There we go. I've just been looking for a time to get an armor break on her. All right. And then I do that. This is a pretty annoying fight. I'm sure there's a better way to do it than I am doing it. This is a pretty annoying fight. Jason, dude, how are you doing? Thank you so much for signing up for the memberships. I really do appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying some of the stuff that you're seeing in the members channel there. And yeah, Man Falcon, this was totally intentional. I did this to help teach. No, you know, it is what it is. You've been around. You know how I do things. So, thank you. But we've whittled her down. It is almost over. And our nightmare that is Emma is almost done. I'm just remembering right now that I awakened Mr. Fantastic today. I'm pretty pumped up about that. There's so many champions I want to take to rank 2, and now I have to add him to that list. I have to add him to that list. Happy to join. I'm doing well. It's a fun challenge. Yeah, dude, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I know a lot of it. I don't think that was necessarily why you signed up for it. Yeah, you know, I think Jason recommended doing the Cap Infinity War with a Cosmic. I'm probably not going to have time to finish this lane before I got to go. I told my wife I would be done at noon. Like, there's been a lot of channel action the last 2 or 3 days because of the various giveaways and things like that. And I told her, like, hey, I'm going to stream for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And she kind of gave me the look of like, you know, you're testing me here. Like, you're testing my patience. So I told her I would be done at noon no matter what. But let's go ahead and do this. And this time I will remember to bring Cap Infinity War. I'm actually not enjoying using Captain Marvel like I thought I would. So we will remove her. and we'll see how this goes. I have the bleed on, and I'm wondering if I should just Magneto through this, and then we can talk a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And then who else should we bring? Oh, Angela. I was just talking about this. Although I don't have her, I don't think I have her highly ranked in any variety. But yeah. All right, cool. Oh no. Yes, man, Falcon. And you probably, so this is my favorite moment on a stream so far, is I made it clear. My wife is kind of I don't know how to say this in a PG-13 way, and I do have that kind of self-imposed radio channel. My wife is she's a bad lady. Like, I mean, she's a great person, but I do not mess around with her. She will put me in my place very fast, and so if I do things like say I'm going to be done at noon and I come upstairs at 12:30 or whatever. So that's good. I need that. I honestly do. I hate to play that stereotype, but I do. Because if left to my own, I'd be on here streaming till like 8 o'clock at night. Just because it's fun. It's really, really fun. And Jason, yeah, I know you didn't join to the chat, but I am glad you're enjoying that. And I enjoy all the interactions, of course. You're not sure what to know, but Emma's always, yeah. So I usually do with Corvus, but I can't ramp him up here. And so this is kind of a weird fight. Tom, you love Mr. Fantastic, incredible utility when you ramp him up. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And then he actually has a really cool synergy. So if I like him enough, and this is way down the road, there's a lot of ifs in this, but I would consider, I think it's him and Night Thrasher, I think it is. No, that doesn't make sense. There's another Cosmic, or there's somewhere in there where he's got a really cool synergy for Cosmic Ghost Rider. Very cool synergy for Cosmic Ghost Rider. But it's not the synergy with him. It's the one that I think he does for Cosmics, or I don't know. I'm getting it confused in there, but it's somewhere in there. Adrian, yeah, honestly, it's a nice thing. It's helped me a lot over the years of having someone help keep me on track. And Jason, no, I love Captain Marvel. She just wasn't working out for me in this. And a lot of that's because I'm running partial suicides, and I'm running the bleed side because I was taking some more fights with magic. And so it just kind of wasn't going well. But she's awesome. She's great. And in fact, we just had a really great conversation about whether someone should take her or Colossus to rank 3 as their first rank 3. So I love him. Matt Falcon, I wear the pants, but she tells me what. Yeah, if we need to use it that way, that is a great way to put it. But sometimes people say that, and I'll be like, I work from home, I wear sweats. But yes, she tells me which new faux athletic pants to wear. So yeah. And Jason, you're right, Mr. Fantastic and Night Thrasher. Yes, you are correct. Night Thrasher. Okay, thanks. Yeah, you all are. Yeah. See, dude, there's such a smart community, I think, in general with MCOC, and then definitely with his channel. Maybe you all just enjoy being like, hey, here's someone who will actually listen to us. But I've learned so much from you all. And you reminded me of things. And I'm getting better at the game, which I love. So for those who didn't hear, I'm pumped up. I got the alert here from Taters. I actually won a card this war. I've won cards for season accomplishments. And I came very close last war because I'm earning more fights and things are going well. And this war, I hate that we lost. I hate that it comes in a loss, right? But it happens. Losses happen. And I'm just so pumped up that I'm winning my first card for a single war performance. I'm so elated. I think Archangel deserves to be on, although I didn't bring him in this war. It was Magic, Dragon Man, and Doom. Any suggestions on who I should ask? I think he still kind of does what he wants, but who I should ask to be on the card. I'm very curious. I wonder if I can pick anyone I want, or if it has to be someone from the war. I would also say my left thumb is acting very strange. I've been missing blocks and parries, and I've been evading when I don't intend to. I use two different phones. I use a phone for streaming, and I wonder if that's part of what's going on, or it's probably just streaming in general. I don't need to make an excuse. I'm thinking, I think so. I was just saying, I think Dragon Man would be fun. The thing is I actually took two very easy fights with Dragon Man. Basically, I think they were just giving me a chance to use Dragon Man, and we needed someone with immunities. Magic did the heavy lifting in this war with that Mixmaster Apocalypse and the Mojo. But I'll bring it up. I think Dragon Man would be fun. I like him. I think he's a quality champion. I'm enjoying him, and he is my latest rank 3. You brought Cosmic Ghost Rider to deal with Emma on Hazard Shift, 1 SB2, and it was over. Dude, that is really impressive. That is really impressive. And so you just built to the SB2 initially, triggered everything, and game over, or did you do SB3 and then come up on to the SB2 afterwards? Oh, shoot. And I'm seeing what time it is as we were just talking about all this stuff. So this is what I'm talking about. I get caught up in things. It's just 2 a.m. I have a feeling that someone is streaming right now. That is my sense of things. Let's see who it is and who we should raid. I do enjoy doing that now that I'm getting used to it. Just SB2, not even 5 judgments because I couldn't parry. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was very surprised. Yeah, I had a feeling Lags and Mike both jumped on about 45 minutes ago. I am never going to be able to choose between those two gentlemen. They are both awesome people. Oh, and KT1 is going. I am not going to be able to choose. Those are like the 3 biggest supporters. Those are, and taters for that had said, like, look, dude, if you work hard, if I see you working hard, you're taking this seriously, and I think your content's any good, I will shout you out and help you out. And, obviously I must have done something right along the way for them to be willing to do it. But they're why the subscriber count has grown so immensely. They are awesome. They really are, in my experience, genuinely great people. And I've known all of them for a while now. So anyways, thank you so much for stopping by. We'll keep this up. I appreciate the feedback on the potential 1 hour stream, especially if it's something that we can schedule a little bit more. It'd be morning during the week, and then I'll continue to fit in longer streams when possible. I just enjoy this so much. So thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you have a great Sunday. I hope you and your loved ones are having a wonderful start to the year, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Take care.